Okay, so I just wanted to jump on here and kind of talk about skincare. I know that I have showed you guys how I put my skincare on, but I've never gone into detail on what days I use what and why I'm exactly using them and what order I'm using them in. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, I do want to preface this. I am by no means giving medical advice. I am not a dermatologist. I have just struggled with my skin and my acne and everything like that for years and years and years. So this is something that I have finally found that is working for me and has been a part of the clearing up of my skin. And now we're just working on the hyperpigmentation and acne scarring that I have left over. Let's talk about my skin first. So I do have acne prone skin, like I said. If I change almost anything as far as my skincare goes or even my diet, my skin is breaking out almost immediately. So I'm really careful about what I'm putting on my face. And to get me to the point where I'm at, where I'm on a good regimen, it took a long time to figure out what products worked for me and what didn't. Now, that being said, I do have combination skin, more normal than combination really. Every once in a while I get oily and it's usually due to the humidity here, or in the winter time I do get a little bit dry, but it's nothing serious where I have patches or anything like that. It's just kind of tight and needs extra hydration. So the first things that we're going to talk about is going into cleansing. That's obviously the first step in getting on a good skincare routine. So I have gone through so many different face washes. I don't like it when my skin feels tight. I don't like it when my skin feels stripped. I want something that is going to clean my face, but not strip it of all of the natural oils. Now, I have two separate routines as far as washing my face in the shower or at the sink, depending on if I'm wearing makeup or if I'm not. Now, my normal daily routine, if I'm not wearing makeup, I go in and I always double cleanse no matter what. And with this double cleanse, I just use this twice. Now, the first time I go in, I get a good lather, I rinse it off. And then the second time I'll go in with my facial brush. Now, this has a couple of different settings. There is the red light for anti-aging, the blue light for acne, or both to fight both. I always just put it on both. And then there's two levels of vibration on it with a silicone pad on the top, so it's not too abrasive on your skin. Now, depending on what I'm putting on my skin after I get out of the shower will depend on what level of the vibrate that I do put it on. If it's gonna be a deep exfoliation night where I'm putting AHAs and BHAs and different types of active ingredients on my face, I do it on the low setting, so I'm not manually scrubbing my face and then also chemically exfoliating my face. So I just pump this onto here and then I go in and I scrub my face with this and then just rinse it off. Also, another thing, I never put hot water on my skin. I'll always wash my face last. I put it on to a lukewarm setting where you can still handle it, and then I rinse and wash my face. Now, if I am wearing makeup, it is very important to be able to get off all of the makeup so that way you're not putting all of those yummy ingredients after the fact onto your skin that's still dirty from makeup. I firmly believe in cleansing balms. I think they are the easiest thing to get off all your makeup. However, with me being acne prone, using cleansing balms is oil. It's an oil-based cleanser. So they clog my pores every single time. I always end up with breakouts after using certain cleansing balms until I found this one. This is my baby. This is the Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm. So this you want to put on dry skin. So what I do is I'll just open it up, put a little bit on my palm before I get into the shower, and then I will scrub my face. I have a little mirror in the shower that's one of those non-fog mirrors. I really emulsify all of that makeup and it just ends up looking like a mucky mess, and then you rinse it off, and this doesn't leave your skin with that oil still on there. Now, after you go in with this, you're gonna wanna turn around and double cleanse with this to get everything else off that you missed, plus get whatever residual cleanser from this off your skin. Now, going into being out of the shower where you're going to start putting on your toners and your serums and your essences and your moisturizers and all that fun stuff, I keep all of mine in my bathroom on my sink in a skincare fridge. This is not necessary. I just like getting out of a warm shower and putting on something cool onto my face. It really depuffs your skin. Plus, it just feels so good when you put something cool on your skin. This is my newest skincare fridge. It's great. It fits all of my serums and my toners and my moisturizers and my essences and everything that I use in this one fridge. I did have a smaller one, which I ended up gifting to Ava because she's super into skincare as well right now. But it just wasn't big enough for all of my stuff. Now on the inside, you can see all my goodies fit in there. Even my taller bottles, which didn't fit in my old skincare fridge, they fit into here. Okay, so when you're out of the shower, your face is dry. This step is unnecessary as far as the product I'm gonna show you. However, it is very important that you are putting your serums, your toners, your moisturizers, your essences on damp skin. I use Evian mineral spray. It's a facial mist. All it is just mineral water. I feel bougie when I do it, and I love doing skincare, so it just makes me feel like I'm at like a spa or something, so that's why I use it. It's not necessary. You can just damp your face with water from your sink. I start off with this, and then I move into my toners. Now, depending on the night and what I feel like I need as far as my skin goes, on a normal night, I'll start with a lot of people layer their toners. 5.5 licorice. Personally, don't. Cleansing toner. I find that when I'm layering, this is an alternative to vitamin C. Freaks out, and then I have to kind of like sort of vitamin C on my face at all whatsoever. It does not react with my skin well. I have gone through the purging phase that everybody says that you have to go through, but it still just, it irritates my skin. It does the exact opposite of what I need it to be doing, and I never see the results that I want. And I'm the type that gives it at least 6 weeks before I decide, okay, this product just is not for me. So this is my ride or die. This is my second bottle of this. Once I found this, I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Now with my toners, I just put it straight into my hand, and I kind of like move it around like this, and then I pat it onto my face. Now I do my face, my neck, my chest, and then whatever is left, I put it onto my hands and my arms. And the reason why I do that with all of my skincare is, yes, your face is gonna look great when you're older, but you also have to think about other spots that people look at when it comes to aging. Your neck, your chest, and your hands. Now I will say this took place of my niacinamide brightening toner. And the reason why is there is a little bit of vitamin C in this, so it wasn't as potent as just a vitamin C serum or a vitamin C toner or a vitamin C cream, but it still was irritating my skin, so I couldn't use this as often. My next toner that I will use maybe once a week is my Good Molecules Glycolic Exfoliating Toner. So this is an active ingredient. You have to be really careful with active ingredients when it comes to like chemical exfoliation and things like that. Obviously, I cannot use my tretinoin right now because I'm pregnant. I've been using other actives in place of my tretinoin, which is fine. But there's certain things you can and cannot mix this with. Now, if I'm gonna be using this toner at all, the only other things that I'm putting on my face are very moisturizing products and a heavy moisturizer at the end. I don't mix this with anything else. That's my personal preference. Some people say you can do it, but my skin is so sensitive that if I do, it'll just trash my skin the next day and a couple of days afterwards. We're gonna go into serums. Again, this is the steps that I take. Some people do the snail mucin before, and some people do snail mucin after. I like to do it after my serums, before my moisturizer. Like I said, on the nights that I'm not using that glycolic exfoliating toner, I do like to have a chemical exfoliant on my face. And I do treat, treat, rest, rest, treat, treat, rest, rest. So when I say treat, I mean using an active. So if I'm not using the glycolic exfoliating toner that night, I go ahead and I go in to the overnight exfoliation treatment by Good Molecules. Again, most of my products are Good Molecules or La Roche. Those are the two brands that I have found that do not break me out, do not strip my skin, and are the most gentle. This overnight exfoliating serum has AHA and BHA. These are two separate chemical exfoliants that go into your pores, clean them out, pull out all the gunk, and break down all that dead skin that you have on your face. Now, the next serum I'm going to move into is a niacinamide serum. So this is also by Good Molecules. This improves the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and it also has a brightening agent in them without having to use vitamin C. Everybody's so obsessed with vitamin C, but there's also other products out there that do the exact same thing that a vitamin C would be, but is also not as harsh on your skin. I'll probably usually only use it during the day because I'm not gonna use any AHAs or BHAs or anything like that. And I do want my skin to look bright and awake. The next serum that I am absolutely loving is the Discoloration Serum, again, by Good Molecules. This has been a godsend when it comes to my hyperpigmentation. I only started using this recently, probably in the last 5 or 6 weeks, and I have noticed such a big difference in my dark marks from being out in the sun as a kid. My hyperpigmentation is so much better than it was. We're still working on these. This is where I mainly had all of my acne, and I also had cystic acne, so these were really, really deep. So these scars are gonna take some time, but they have come such a long way, and I'm so excited and I'm so glad that something as little as this could completely change the texture and hyperpigmentation and scarring in my skin. I'm just absolutely thrilled with it. This you can put on day or night. It's super, super easy on the skin. None of these products that I use burn, by the way. And if someone tells you, oh, well, the stinging and the burning means it's working, that's not true. That's not true at all. You are literally destroying the barrier of your skin. Now, the next couple of products are my absolute ride or dies. If I'm not doing anything else, if I'm feeling lazy, I am absolutely putting these on my skin no matter what. I don't care if I'm exhausted. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if I'm not going anywhere that day. If I'm putting something on my skin, it's gonna be these two next things. So the first one is the hyaluronic acid serum. This is obviously a much bigger bottle because I go through this like absolute mad. Hyaluronic acid is a humectant, which means that it pulls the moisture from the air, from your skin, from all the rest of the goodies that is on your face, and brings it deep into the other layers of your skin to give it that extra boost of hydration and makes your skin so plump and luscious and beautiful, and I absolutely love it. That is a must in my skincare routine. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. If you don't get anything else, get a hyaluronic acid, please. So the next product that I absolutely would die without, I would die without this. Once I discovered this, it was game over. Everybody talks about it on TikTok. Everybody talks about it on the internet. It is the snail mucin. Some people are like, I don't see the hype with it. Are you putting it on correctly? Do you know how to put it on correctly? You know when to put it on? That might be the problem. So what I do is after I get all my serums and toners and everything onto my face, I let those dry a little bit just so it's just kind of a little bit tacky or sticky to the touch. And then I'll go in again with my Evian water, or again, you can use your sink water and just pat it onto your face. And then I do 4 pumps of this into my hand. With all of these products, I do not massage all of these products in. I gently pat them all into my skin. This avoids pilling, where your skincare will kind of like ball up on your skin and get all gross and kind of looks like a glue stick. If you were to like rub it on your skin and kind of peel it off, it gets really gross if you're sitting there massaging it all in. Just pat it into your skin and then just let it dry. After that step, I again let my face dry down just to where it is tacky, and then I go in with my eye cream and my moisturizer. It took me a very long time to find an eye cream that agreed with me. And when I say that, I mean a lot of eye creams that I've tried in the past burn my eyes. My eyes are then watering all night long. I wake up the next morning, my eyes are irritated and dried out anyway, which makes no sense because an eye cream is supposed to be there to moisturize your eyes. But this is the only one by far I have found that does not burn my eyes. It does not make my eyes water. It is so light. It's not sticky. It's not tacky. It dries completely down, and I just absolutely love it. I can't live without it. Last but not least is my moisturizer. This moisturizer I use morning and night before makeup, no matter what. It's extremely, extremely, extremely thick. So when I am doing makeup, I do the smallest amount pea size, and then I'll let it soak into my skin. And then about 15-20 minutes later is when I'll start all of my makeup. It is the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. This is wonderful. It is so deeply moisturizing. It is so luscious. It's so yummy, but you don't get that tacky, gross, sticky, thick night cream kind of feeling. It absorbs into your skin very quickly, but then when you wake up in the morning, your skin feels hydrated and smooth and moisturized. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, I will say, for my girlies that are oily prone, I would recommend the La Roche Matte Moisturizer before you're putting your makeup and things on like that. But I would still recommend this for a nighttime cream. A lot of people don't know this, but when you are overly oily, it's usually because you're trying to get those oils away all the time, and you're actually stripping your face, and it's making your face produce more oils to compensate for what you're taking away. All right, you guys, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.